So like if you whiff a special move, you can activate Moon Drive to keep yourself safe, or you could go into a super, which that's actually kind of fucked up. So like you do a special move and then I go to punish you and then you cancel into super, but then I could cancel into Moon Drive, but then you could cancel into Moon Drive. Bro. So you can perform auto combos off of any button. So basically if I press her A attack, if I press A, it does this little kick here, which is the first sequence of her auto combo. This is her B, if I do B, it does that same kick. Same thing with this is her C, if I do C, it does that same kick. Now if you press the button again after the kick, it launches. So this is B, launch. So if you press the same button multiple times, regardless of which button it is, you will automatically go into a canned attack, which for her it's a kick. It's gonna be a normal that you can't do on your own. So every character has this, and then if you press it again, it goes into a launch. You can also do this off of crouching A, 2A. So if you just mash 2A, you'll get two A's, and then the third one, looks like the third or fourth one. Yeah, the fourth one will make you go into an auto combo. And it looks like the auto combo makes you do BC air throw. So the ender is the same no matter which auto combo you do. So like whether you do A, that sounds so weird to say. But whether you mash A, you mash B, you mash C, or you mash 2A. Those are all the 3 auto combo starters, but they all lead into the exact same sequence. Oh, okay, so you can't control the way that you jump when you launch someone. So your 3C, which is down forward heavy, is your launcher with every character in the game, and it also functions as kind of like an anti-air too. When you hit someone with it, it automatically zooms in and makes you jump. I cannot control this jump, so it makes me jump, and I can't like jump backwards or anything like that. It automatically makes me jump. I love that this game gives you 2 meter systems, and I love that the Moon Drive meter, the moons in the upper left and right hand corner, are available to you as soon as the game starts. I love how they just give you money as soon as the round starts, like a trophy wife. It's fucking incredible. Yes, French bread, please give me daddy's credit card, thank you. So you can dash in the game by double tapping forward, but there's also a dash macro in the game. So if you press A and B at the same time, which you can assign to a specific button as well. So if I press back in A and B, I'll backdash. Forward A and B, I'll forward dash, and I can jump, press forward A and B to air dash. So you don't have to worry about doing instant air dash or anything like that. You can kind of basically use like a dash button, just like Guilty Gear Strive, or there's also a dash macro button in Dragon Ball FighterZ too. So it makes life easier, and you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't want life to be harder than it is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so when you neutral jump in Melty Blood, you can actually control your trajectory while you're descending by holding forward or back, which can actually be good for mix-ups a lot of times, because you can actually make your character cross up to the other side after you knock them down on the ground. So it can be pretty useful for that. So if you knock them down on the ground, see how I can switch sides with them, and you can use that for like cross-ups. And when you factor in Airdash as well, it gets pretty cheap, because you can like... Right? So I was originally here, I neutral jumped and drifted over them, and then I air dashed back with the air dash macro, which is back A plus B, and then just press an air button. So you can do stuff like that. So there's 4 buttons in the game. There's A, which is your weak attack, B, which is your medium attack, C, which is your heavy attack, and then D is the 4th button, and it's a shield button. You press it, and it just shields attacks, projectiles and normal attacks, but it loses to throws. You do have to do a standing shield for mids and highs. Oops. For mids and highs like that. And if it's a low attack, you have to do a crouching shield, which is down in the D button. And shield does have recovery, so if you do a shield and they don't hit you, you can get punished for it. And also if you shield the wrong way, like if you do a high shield and they hit you low, you'll get hit. If you do a low shield and they hit you with an overhead or a jump in, then you'll get hit. Or thrown too. So if you press A or C after shielding an attack, you'll launch them. If you press B, you'll teleport behind them. And if you press B plus C, you'll do an invincible DP that dashes through them that does a side switch. And if that counter hits, you actually get a full combo. So that can be great in the corner when you're getting pressured. You can shield someone, DP through them, and if a counter hits them, you'll switch sides and get a full combo, and you put them in the corner. So that is fucking crazy that you can do that, actually. That's nuts. It does cost moon skill to do that though. I believe the other ones don't cost anything, but the moon gauge in the upper left hand corner has to be, you have to spend some of it in order to do that option, which is why it's so good. So if you press A, B, and C, light, medium, heavy at the same time, you go into heat mode. So you have to manually hold a button to actually tech in this game. So you don't mash or anything, but you do actually have to tech. The game will not auto tech for you. You hold a button and you can tech in place. You can hold a button in back to tech backwards, hold a button in forward to tech forward. So in Melty Blood, you can do reverse beats, which is where you're able to chain your attacks in reverse order. So I can do C, B, A instead of A, B, C. So I can go heavy, medium, light. You just can't use the same attacks in the combo. So once you use an attack in a combo, you can't use it anymore. So if I do like C, B, A, I can't use B anymore because I already used it. So if I do C, B, A and I try to press B, it goes into the auto combo. But it won't let me actually use this B attack again, right? Unless I use a crouching B, then because that's a different normal. So I can use a crouching B. So as long as you haven't used the same normal in the sequence earlier, there's really no rules as far as what you can actually chain your normals into, which is actually really fucking cool, and it allows for a lot of tricky stuff. So normally you wouldn't be able to repeat the standing A normal here because you'd get auto combo. So if I did AA, you see I go into the auto combo, right? But if I hold back, I can do AA up to 3 times and then it'll go into the auto combo. Same with if you do down AAA, that automatically chains 3 times before going into the auto combo. So it doesn't look like you need to hold down back or anything for that one. So there's no super jump up forward. It's just you super jump with down up and it automatically makes you super jump forward. Okay, that's interesting. And most other fighting games, down up makes you super jump up, and then you would do down up back to super jump backwards, and then down up forward to super jump up forward. But in this game, you just hit down up and you automatically do like a super jump towards them. Throws are light attack plus shield, so A plus D together at the same time. And if somebody tries to throw you, you just press it at the same time to break the throw. And it looks like in the air you also have multiple recovery options as well. So you can tech in place, you can tech, I'm trying to hold up and down, but it looks like you just have neutral tech, forward and back tech. And if you hold D, the shield button, you won't tech until you touch the ground. So the reason why you might not want to tech until you touch the ground is that if you become too predictable with your air techs, like let's say like you like to always tech the same way in the air, sometimes people will intentionally drop their combos and then try to pressure you as soon as you flip out of the air. They may be setting you up to land in something. Like it might just be a trap. So sometimes you want to like mix up your tech options. Moon skills are basically enhanced special moves or EX moves that are tied to the moon skill in the upper left and right hand corner. So if you press a direction, they're all performed with a direction. So while special moves are normally performed with quarter circle forward, the EX versions are all just a direction, kind of like Smash Bros or Granblue, and it's performed with B plus C. So if you press forward B plus C, it does the EX special move for moves that are normally performed with quarter circles or DP motions. Quarter circle back light, quarter circle back heavy, and quarter circle back C does the super version. Oh, that looks fucking tight. She put the hands there. So by pressing B plus C, which is medium plus heavy, when your moon icon is 50% or more, you will access the moon drive. In this state, your moon skill, so your EX moves, gain power ups, so they become stronger, and you'll gradually fill your magic circuit, which is the meter at the bottom of the screen. So that gradually fills up. What the That's crazy. Activating moon drive leaves no openings. So basically when you activate the moon drive, you're invulnerable. So through a lot of the gameplay trailers, we would see people wake up with moon drive to kind of pause the game and see the opponent's running on offense, and then it allows you to immediately react to it. So it really allows you to turn the tides. I like it because you can use it offensively and defensively. So you can use it to kind of pause the game and assess the situation and kind of take like a defensive approach, but you can also use it offensively at round start to enhance your special moves and fill your meter. So I like that there's a choice there in how you want to actually use it. When you activate Moon Drive, the moon icon will turn red. While activated, you can jump, air dash, and aerial backdash one additional time. So your movement options do get buffed, so you gain additional air actions. So kind of like how Melia has 2 air dashes or Chip has multiple double jumps, you get all that shit regardless of the character you are. Bruh. Oh, you can only use one type of dash. So I can't, so it's not quite like Melia because I can't forward dash twice. I can only forward dash then back dash, or back dash then forward dash. I can triple jump though. if you're attacking someone, someone may try to use Moondrive to pause the game and then punish you, and then you can instead Moondrive back to keep yourself safe, and then now it's kind of like a mix-up game between how both of you are going to react now that the game is paused and you're both able to do whatever you want to do. I like it because I feel like I could see a lot of hype moments with that. Oh, Moon Charge. So this actually drains your health, but it increases your meter in the bottom left. Oh my god, she would have a charge animation like that. And the Arc Drive is the level 3 that costs 3 bars of your meter in the bottom left-hand corner. And when you lose a round, you gain access to 4 meter bars instead of 3. When you have 4 bars, you can use the level 4 super called the Last Arc by hitting all 4 buttons, including Shield. And this is the strongest super in the game. Oh, I don't think I've actually seen this yet. That was pretty cool. Oh, okay, if you're in Blood Heat and you shield an attack, it automatically triggers. Which makes sense, because that's a callback to how you used to do the last arcs in the previous Melty Blood game. I believe you had to shield attacks in order to activate them. So now you have 2 ways to do it. You either, while you're in Blood Heat, which Blood Heat is just going into the Heat mode by pressing all 3 attack buttons, A, B, and C. Going into Heat mode while you have 4 bars will put you in Blood Heat, and then from there, if you shield an attack, it automatically triggers. Or you can just do it yourself by pressing all 4 attack buttons, it looks like. Yeah, so certain attacks in Melty Blood have armor on them, which means that when they go to attack you, when you try to hit them, they absorb the hit. They don't flinch or anything like that. They just blow through your attack, like Potemkin's Hammerfall, for example. But there's certain moves that have armor break properties that blow through it. So throws, of course, will beat it. EX special moves, which would be your supers. That's super moves performed with the C button. Arc Drive, Last Arc, and shield counters. Okay, so supers, throws, and shield counters. So if you shield the attack and punish it are the ways that you counter armor moves. Because typically armor moves have long startup times, it looks like. Yeah, so when you counter hit an opponent in the air, it triggers a fatal counter, which means they can't tech at all until they touch the ground. So you have like forever to convert off of it and get a combo. And fatal counters can also happen if you hit an opponent with an attack that can't be shielded, or they shield the wrong way, I believe. And backdashes do have some invulnerability on startup in this game. And when 2 attacks hit at the same time, they clash. And when you clash with someone, you're able to cancel into whatever you want. So I just canceled into a special move, so being able to react to a clash is actually pretty important. So that way, it can be difficult, but if you ever clash with someone, meaning both your attacks hit at the same time, you're able to cancel into special moves or whatever you want as if you actually hit someone. So special moves do deal chip damage in this game, but you can't actually chip kill people. You can't kill them by chipping them out. So you can OTG people in this game, so when they're on the ground, you can hit them while they're on the ground, and that can be good for just setting up specific things on Oki if you want to kind of change their positioning. Sometimes you might actually want to hit them in order to deal a little bit of extra damage, or maybe you want to hit them and then cancel into something, and them teching out sets up the perfect Okizeme setup for you. Oh wow, so you can whiff cancel A attacks, so your light attack button on whiff can still be chained into other attacks, specifically for the light attack. Okay, I didn't know that. I can do A, B, A, C. That's kind of wild. You can also whiff cancel special moves, but you can't whiff cancel invincible skills, which basically mean like reversals like DPs. Shit, you better not be able to. I would fucking uninstall this game so fast if you could. So like if you whiff a special move, you can activate Moondrive to keep yourself safe, or you could go into a super, which that's actually kind of fucked up. So like you do a special move and then I go to punish you and then you cancel into super, but then I could cancel into Moondrive, but then you could cancel into Moondrive. Bro. So anytime you attack an opponent's shield, they can fire back with a counterattack. However, even though you're in recovery from attacking their shield, in this state, I can actually fire back with my own shield, like this. And then they can fire back with their own shield after that. And it's just like a back and forth, back and forth. Shoutouts Blitz Shield from Guilty Gear Exerd, rest in peace. So kind of reminds me of that. And so there's kind of like this mental mind game between the two. However, if you whiff a shield, like for example, right now I just shielded against the CL, right? So if the CL shields me right now, if she shields because she thinks I'm going to shield counter and I don't shield counter, she's going to whiff a shield and get punished. So sometimes not shielding might be the good thing to do if your shield is going to get baited, but sometimes shielding back would be the good thing to do if they're going to counter you. It's kind of nuts, to be honest. It's hard for me to like think about if I like this or not. I could see this being something that's annoying, but I could also see this being something really hype. I won't know until I actually play games with it, but it's definitely interesting. I'll give it that. And shielding cannot defend against attacks from behind. So if you shield and they hit behind you in the back, your shield will not work against it. Oh, so that's what makes the B option so good, is that if you think the opponent is going to shield back, you can do the B option and you can just hit them with the I like your cut, G. Oh, if I trigger someone's shield, I can cancel into the... There's actually a lot of mind games behind the shield in and of itself. That'll take some getting used to. So basically anything tied to meter and anything invulnerable, if you shield that, they can't shield it back. So it looks like you get a guaranteed counter. So if you think the opponent is gonna wake up with like a forced release, like the burst, the heat mode to like get them off of you, or you think they're gonna wake up DP, if you shield that, you get a free punish. You can cancel specials and supers into the moon drive, but you can't do it if it's an invulnerable skill, because that would be fucking stupid, because you could wake up DP and then moon drive to make it safe, which would be dumb. But by doing this, this makes a move that is normally negative plus on block. It's kind of like, you can use it basically like a Roman cancel essentially. So if you don't see an opening to necessarily shield, like maybe there's like multiple hitting attacks, when you shield an attack, you can keep pressing the shield button to like keep shielding. Yeah, I'm just mashing the shield button to get a punish. So as you can see, there wasn't exactly, see how I missed right there? So I missed my counter attack. So if you need more time, you can keep mashing the shield button until you get an opportunity. Yeah, so when someone does the forced release, which is basically the burst, you can't block it. So like Guilty Gear's burst, you can block. In this game, you can't block it, but you can shield it. And if you do shield it, they cannot shield you back. Good body. The air dash in this game is mad low to the ground. Oh, you can cancel your air buttons into air dash, okay. Oh my god, dude, that's wild. Holy shit. That shit is fucking crazy. Yep, so you can use the moon drive defensively to basically pause time, and then, you know, they've already committed to something, and then you can punish them, but then if they have moon drive, then they can, you know, do the same thing. Oh, the timer also stops during heat mode. Oh, okay. So if time is running out, you could pop heat mode to stop them from timer scamming you, and you can't die to chip damage, so you can't just like scum them out. You gotta pull up your pants and really start boxing. Okay. Fuck, that was a lot of information, but I love this game so far. About that time to actually pick up a character.